Hi, cat. Come and get some mango, baby.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. I hope the free thinkers are doing well. And if you're not doing well, I'm happy to remind you that you are the most powerful person that you know. You are the most powerful person that you know because only you can create your reality. This particular card reading is about the connection, you versus them. Romantic, platonic, it doesn't matter. We have 3 groups here. Gazelle, number 1. Bee, number 2. Beaver, number 3. Pause the video if you have to see which groups you're resonating with. Timestamps are always in the description box below. Let's jump into these messages. Hi, group number 1. This particular card reading is about the connection. It's about you versus them and everything you need to know. So I've already pre-shuffled the cards, but let me just move them around a bit. So the first column is you versus, well, the top row is you. The second row is them. So this is your energy, what you bring to the connection. And this is their energy that they bring to the connection. So right away, when it comes to the energies that you guys bring to the connection, it gives me more of a square type of vibe, meaning they bring an air element, you bring an earth element. And even though earth and air creates a square, it could be a type of vibe where, you know how we'll say opposites attract, or 2 people bringing different things to the connection, and you know, from the differences that they bring, it creates stability. When it comes to your energy, you come off as the Page of Pentacles. So wanting stability, wanting something secure, wanting something sure, wanting to take your time. When it comes to them and what they bring into the energy is the 5 of Swords in the reversal position. And with the 5 of Swords being in the reversal position and what they bring to the connection, it's something about communication. But when it comes to them and the communication, I get the feeling of them either tiptoeing around the connection as far as communication wise, not trying to ruffle any feathers or not trying to create misunderstandings. And the next thing is maybe a fear of offending, not wanting to offend you. So when it comes to the connection so far, I'm picking up that there's something about communication and that being a bit of a challenge. I think it's a challenge because you guys communicate differently. You communicate very differently. Where with, say, with your energy, I get you might communicate in a way that's very practical, not just practical or stable or any of that. Is something about the way how you communicate versus their communication style. With their communication style, there's this feeling of you should know, you should know, or how would I put it? Because I feel like when it comes to the 2 of you, I find myself feeling exhausted in the sense that I think there's an issue when it comes to communication. There's an issue when it comes to communication. There's a block when it comes to communication. There's restriction when it comes to communication. And from your end, you might feel like, when it comes to the situation, you just feel exhausted, or you might even notice real pressure when it comes to your throat chakra. And I feel like when it comes to this connection, they might be the one that decides how much communications you guys could have or what's happening where the communication is concerned. And I just get the feeling of like being restricted. It's like I'm not allowed to say what I want to say. I'm not allowed to say what I want to say. It's almost as if you know, yeah, I'm not allowed to say what I want to say. So when it comes to what's challenging for you in the connection is the Six of Pentacles in the reversal position. So what might be challenging for you in the connection is stability and reciprocity. What's challenging for them is the Temperance energy, where they might feel like things aren't balanced. Honestly, when it comes to you guys, when it comes to this connection, I feel like you guys speak different languages for sure. I feel like you guys have different interests or desires. You guys just feel really different. It feels like you guys exist in different worlds. Even if you guys have some things in common, you guys exist in different worlds, because when I look at your energy, I just get this stable, secure, or needing to be stable, needing to be secure, needing to know. Like, I need to know what's happening. Like, it's the kind of vibe where it's like, I have a feeling how you feel, but I need you to tell me type of vibe. It's like when I look at your energy, I get the feeling of maybe you constantly need reassurance. Constantly needing reassurance, where for them, when it comes to this connection, I feel like they might not be as invested as you are in the connection. And it's not that they don't care about you, why they might not be as invested as you are. It just feels like the priorities are different, where you guys feel more youthful or even younger or immature to a certain extent. Not immature as in childish, but there's this youthfulness about your energy in relations to theirs, where their energy feels as if, like, I think of someone not necessarily cynical, but it's like they feel like they've seen too much in life to like sweat the small stuff type of vibe, where they kind of feel checked out for the most part, where you have high hopes is what I'm getting when it comes to this connection. So when it comes to what's hidden desires, hidden unconscious desires that you guys have where this connection is concerned, for your energy, hidden desires for you is the Seven Pentacles. And I feel like it's pretty clear, like you want to invest into this connection. You want you guys to be closer friends, or you want you to be more official. And when it comes to their hidden desires, with the World energy in the reversal position, let me take that back. I feel like with the Seven of Pentacles in the reversal position, hidden desires might be that you're not sure if you want to invest into this connection, but maybe when it comes to this person, there's something very familiar about them. Maybe you've known them for a while. Maybe that, say if this was an ex and you guys were together, at the time you were together, it was a certain point in your life where you were a certain person, and maybe you want back that old experience, or you want back that sense of security or stability, and it might not be here in this connection the way how you would like. So like, say if you're watching this wondering like, okay, where we stand and things like that, deep down when it comes to this connection, I don't think what you think you want in this connection is what it is that you want exactly. It might be that you're seeking this feeling that you think this connection might give you. And it's not even about the connection to give you this feeling. This is something you can provide for yourself. But with the World card in the reversal position, as far as hidden desires, when it comes to hidden desires for this connection, whether romantic or platonic, whatever it is, it feels like a connection that is based around, what do you call it? It's not not necessity, but it's like you have something I need, I have something you need. It feels very like dry, like it doesn't feel romantic. It doesn't feel youthful. It doesn't feel playful. It feels a lot like opposites coming together. And I mean, opposites attract all the time, but it just feels like we're too much of opposites to even like hear each other. yeah, we're too much of opposites. And it's interesting because the last card represents the intentions where this connection's concerned. And when it comes to say your intentions, it's like you're not sure what it is that you want out of this connection. And when it comes to their intentions where this connection is concerned, they just want peace, whatever that looks like. When I say want peace, when it comes to this group, when it comes to, first of all, your energy would remind me a lot of like Earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy. And I feel like when it comes to you guys in this connection, you're leading with this ideal. And it's almost like wanting them to fill a certain kind of role in the connection that'll bring you a false sense of security or stability, even though it might feel like a real sense of security or stability. And when it comes to their energy, they feel like someone who's been through too much to really care about a lot of things for the most part. Where with their energy, what I get is like, if we're going to be friends or we're going to be together, these are the terms, and the terms are what you've seen so far. And there's nothing exciting about it. This is just what it is type of vibe. And it's like, if you could rock with not having a title or not having plans for the future, then you and this person will be fine. But if you want things to be more clear and precise and exact, you're not going to get that when it comes to this connection, because when it comes to this person, they're pretty much just for a good time. I think of earlier when I was thinking about you two coming together, some thoughts that come to mind. I think of like people getting together early in a stage where it's like, they didn't fully grow into themselves, and time has gone by and they've grown into completely different people than who they thought each other were at the beginning of the connection. And now it's like, okay, well, we kind of need each other. Maybe, you guys have investments together, for whatever reason feel tied. Or I think of some situations where it's like, okay, I don't know what's out in the world, so I'd rather put all my eggs in this basket and hope for the best, because at least I'm familiar with this person. And, what's going on in the world just scares me. But honestly, when it comes to say your energy in this connection, when it comes to your energy in this connection, I think you have to be realistic with yourself. And when it comes to this connection, ask yourself, like, what do you get consistently from this person and this connection? Like, what are the consistent fruits? And fruits meaning, what's the consistent reoccurring theme when it comes to this connection? Because it is what it is. That's what it is. And I don't feel like that's going to change much. And when it comes to the spirit guidance, moving forward with the energy of this connection, we have the Cobra and in the reversal position. And with the Cobra coming out in the reversal position when it comes to this connection, it's a matter of like, if you guys could be real with each other, then you have the possibility of something real. But, when it comes to the energies here, I just get you guys are existing in completely different realms right now. Like, completely different realms. With your energy, I get a little bit of an obsessive energy. Like this, I need to do this within a certain time. I need to make that happen by this timeline. And it's like, you're obsessed with your plans for the future or the way things should be. And this person, their energy feels more like either they have fully surrendered into life itself and they're just completely going with the flow of it, or they're just checked out and taking life a day at a time and they're not thinking that far into the future. I just get that you guys are on two totally different, you guys are existing in two totally different realms, two totally different realities. And it's surprising that you guys are even it's surprising that you guys even cross paths to where you're watching this to question. When it comes to this connection that you're questioning, I don't get the feeling that you guys see each other often or spend a lot of times with each other. If anything, it's more of ideals, fantasies, and projections are what keeps this connection together. And then when you guys get together in real life, you know, things just miraculously push you apart. And then y'all both go back in daydream mode, or one of you daydream the most and then comes back together. But if anything, the person, you know, that you're questioning about, I do feel like they try their best when it comes to their words and try not to hurt your feelings. But what to ask yourself when it comes to this connection, if you were to pull back your energy and not engage as much, like what would happen with the connection? Group number 1, it was a pleasure sharing this message with you. I would love to know how you resonate if you care to share. If you'd like to book a reading with me or check out my exclusive weekly pick a card readings only on Patreon, the links are within the description box below. Before you go anywhere, let me know you're here with me by dropping me a red heart in the comment box below. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Hello, group number 2. Group number 2, when it comes to this connection, the truth about the connection, your energy versus their energy, and, you know, all the things about this connection. You guys selected the B energy, and with the B energy brings me to socializing vibes. I say all that because immediately with the B energy, when it comes to this connection that you're asking about, for some of you, it might be a friendship or family members connection, but for this group, I'm getting a big time constituent vibe. And the reason why I say constituent, because when it comes to this group, there's something that pulls you guys together, whether you guys are related and, you know, from that you're together, that pulls you together because of things that come up with the family, or maybe you guys work in the same place, or you're part of a similar, you're part of a community, and that's what brings you guys together. I just get there's this common thing that brings you guys together, and it feels more than just you bringing yourselves. So this is your energy, and your energy is the King of Pentacles. Their energy is the Four of Swords. So what I like about both these energies off right away is that with your energy being the King of Pentacles, you feel like someone who feels pretty content with where they are right now. And the person Four of Swords, they look pretty content with themselves. Both of you guys look pretty at peace and pretty content in yourself where you are at the moment. Both feel pretty content as far as achievements. So I do love that you guys are mirroring each other. The only thing that feels really different with your energies is you come out as pentacles, they come out as swords. And I think of air and earth and how much that energy could be a bit of a square, meaning you're more into the sensual, tangible, physical, maybe even traditional to a certain extent. You might not be all the way traditional, but have certain traditional values about you. Where with them, they're more reflective and communicative. And sometimes I wonder if there's misunderstandings when it comes to communication, maybe because you guys might have different communication style. I like that both of your cards show up in the night sky, where with say your energy, you're sitting there in abundance, and with them, they're reflecting at the phases of the moon, which brings me to the thought of maybe if there's someone who's constantly thinking about what's next, constantly reflecting on the future. When it comes to, say, challenges with the connection, for you, it's the Seven of Cups. So maybe challenges for you when it comes to the connection is options. You have a lot of options. You have a lot of options. And challenges for them when it comes to the connection, 3 of Wands. They themselves also have options because they're looking into the future. They're excited to see what's next. I mean, whoever you're asking about, just know that the ways how they trigger you are the ways you've triggered other people. The ways how they irritate you, the ways you irritate other people. The things you love about them are the things you love about yourself if you don't notice that these are things you appreciate. Hidden desires when it comes to this connection for you is that you want something stable. You want to turn the page and have more stability. Hidden desires for them is the 7 of Wands in the reversal position. In the upright position, this person is in defense mode. In the reversal position, they're not so much on guard. So I'm guessing when it comes to this connection, they too want to be more like, I guess, be more at ease. When it comes to your intentions with this connection is the Fool. When it comes to their intentions is the Page of Swords. So you guys are so funny. Your energy and their energy, very similar energy, because so with you guys, like both of you are playing it cool and playing it unbothered when it comes to this connection, friendship, romantic, platonic, whatever. Both of you are content. The challenge though with the connection is that you have a lot of options and they're optimistic about what's next. So neither of you are too hung up on the connection itself or anyone specific. Both of you are big time dreamers and reflectors, where when I look up here, the Pentacle energy reverses. When I look down here, the Sword energy reverses. So when it comes to your energy, you might be big on your finances, stability, having the finer things and whatnot. But, the challenge is you have a lot of options, whether it's options as in you're openly questioning if you could do better than the connection, and that could be your options, or other options in the sense that you're thinking about other goals and things to achieve, things to manifest in this realm. Because when it comes to his hidden desires, where the connection is concerned, you want to turn a page and have something stable because it is your nature to be stable. And when it comes to them, hidden desires for them is they also want to come to that page of something stable. But when it comes to the intentions for the connection, you have the Fool in the reversal position and they have the Page of Swords. So I feel like when it comes to this connection, the intentions is that it's like your desires, both of your desires and intentions contradicts the connection, because yes, you both want something stable and something more, but at the same time, both of you are not in the position to make up your mind yet when it comes to this connection. Both of you want to have your options open when it comes to this connection. And when it comes to, say, moving forward and guidance, when it comes to moving forward in this connection, we have the Butterfly in the reversal position. When it comes to this group, there's some things from the past that needs to be healed or addressed. And you don't need to do it with them. You could just work on it and do it within yourself. I feel like when it comes to you and this person, you're mirroring them a lot. And if you want to change the frequency within this connection, all you have to do is change the frequencies within yourself. And if they're meant to be a part of your world, then they'll be triggered themselves to make changes so you guys match each other's frequency, or you'll both be moved along. And I feel like what needs to be addressed in you and also within them is abandonment issues, or releasing the fear of being rejected or left, or the fear of rejection, the fear of someone leaving. I feel like both of you want the same things. It might not be with each other, but you both want the same things and both struggle with the same things, struggle for the same reasons why you don't have what it is that you want. And I feel like it's a fear of commitment. There's a major fear of commitment when it comes to both to everybody when it comes into this, in this group. I mean, for you and the person you're questioning, whoever picked this pile, there's this fear of commitment. And you might say, that's not true, I'm willing to commit. I feel like for some of us that could be the case, but a lot of us, we say we want commitment until you meet someone who's willing to commit. And then for whatever reason, you just don't like that person and instead feel drawn to or attractive to the person that can't give you the commitment that you want. And that's because deep down, maybe you don't want that commitment. Why you want it with someone who don't want it with you. Or if the person who you want it with now, if ever they were willing to give it to you and you know that there was no doubt this is it forever, that would shift things. In a platonic situation, I think of the person that somehow overlooks the people closest to them and invests more in the people who aren't as close to them, and the people who haven't proved to deserve their investment, hasn't proved to deserve what it is that they bring. So when it comes to, say, you and this person, I feel like this connection that you're questioning is a major karmic connection. And I say major karmic connection, meaning that you guys are each other's mirrors. If you've been questioning, like, I think of how a lot of the times we'll feel stereotyped, placed in a box, and don't like the way how others view us. But sometimes we don't get to fully see all of ourselves the way how others perceive us. Not saying their perception is wrong or right, but sometimes life could become a lot less painful when we're aware of how we're showing up, we're aware of how we're perceived, and we get to decide if we want to continue to be perceived that way or not. And I feel like when it comes to this connection is a perfect mirror for you. It's perfect to help you to see yourself. See yourself by observing within this connection all the ways how it triggers you. Within this connection, all the things that you appreciate about the other person and all the things you cannot stand about this other person. It's like an opportunity to fully see yourself. Because when it comes to this connection that you're asking about, it doesn't feel like one, like, say if you were interested in this person and you were wondering where would things go next, it's so hard to say where things would go, because for both, both are so fixated on the future, the possibilities of what's next. Both want something stable and secure, but both are afraid. So it's like one person would have to be willing to put their pride and everything aside and take a chance and be vulnerable to let it be known how they feel, but it might not be reciprocated by the other person, because to come off vulnerable and let it be known that this is what I want to be in this connection forever, whatever, that could be triggering to the other person, terrifying, scary, make them run away. So this is an interesting vibe. I think, like I said earlier with this connection, I think the purpose of it is to hold a mirror for you to really see yourself. For you to see yourself, for them to see themselves if they're willing. And there was definitely something like triggering that triggered some form of evolution, some form of growth when it comes to both who are involved. If you guys had a close connection like that, or it was just an opportunity to see each other, to see yourself through the lens of each other. When it comes to this connection, I did mention that, this is someone that you might know through family, through your community, social media, in-person community, from work. Yeah, that's how it feels for most, where it's like, I think of in some situations, we know people who know people, or in others, you're a part of the same online group, but there's a community vibe that brings you together. And you guys are a lot alike. It doesn't feel like, say, you guys come together on your own to hang out with each other, if that makes sense. It's more like there's a common thing that brings you together, and you're not at the stage yet where you both come for each other. And if you do, I just see the pride being so high on both sides, where neither person will kind of say, like, put their guard down and be vulnerable enough to like put themselves out there. is what I'm getting. Interesting vibe. You guys mirror each other a lot, group number 2. If you'd like to book a tarot reading with me or check out my exclusive pick a card readings, only available on Patreon, the links are in the description box below. Before you go anywhere, let me know you're here with me by dropping me an orange heart in the comment box below. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Hi, group number 3. Group number 3, when it comes to this reading about the connection on your mind, you versus them, and all you need to know where, as far as this connection is concerned, you guys selected the beaver energy. When it comes to you, we have the 10 of Cups in the upright position. When it comes to them, we have the Empress in the reversal position. When it comes to challenges that you face in this connection, we have the 9 of Cups in the reversal position. When it comes to challenges they face, we have the King of Pentacles. So when I start with, say, your energy coming out representing one of my favorite cards, the 10 of Cups. And with the 10 of Cups coming out reflecting your energy, maybe you're a hopeless romantic or someone who just loves love. When it comes to this connection, you're struggling with not getting your wish fulfilled. When it comes to this connection, I'm getting the feeling of, say, you're seeing the potential of this connection, and what you're seeing reality-wise is just not matching up. But I just feel like when I look at these 2 cards, you versus them, they're the Empress, but they're the Empress in the reversal position. So I feel like when it comes to the person you're asking about, they might be going through a rough patch right now. They might be going through a rough patch right now because the Empress comes out in the reversal position. And the rough patch that they could be going through, it might feel for them that everything that they've planted is just not growing. They could feel like their investments aren't working out. Investments meaning, say, for example, someone went to college and they went to college for a certain field, and now they're struggling when it comes to finding a job in that industry, or they've invested in some area of their life, and now when it's time for them to get their rewards, they're having a hard time when it comes to that. And I feel like when it comes to the person that you're asking about, they're not the kind of person that likes to ask for help. So you'll never hear them like come out and complain, and maybe they might, but they just seem like the type of person, kind of remind me of like Capricorn, Scorpio energy, the kind of person that will disappear when things aren't going the way they would like, and then reappear when everything is fixed. But then, you know, depending on who they disappeared from, you know, that person might have abandonment issues and feel really triggered from their them disappearing from the connection. But yeah, when it comes to, say, this connection, for them, challenges might be that they can't commit because right now things aren't going the way how they would like in their life. And if it's a friendship or something to that, maybe right now they're so consumed with what they're dealing with in their personal life that the last thing that they could think about right now is like this connection or anything else outside of them. When it comes to hidden desires, you want to manifest. A hidden desire for you is manifesting. A hidden desire for them is the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel for you, the person that you're asking about, like they're about their coins. They're thinking about their coins, or maybe their stability. Something about their living situation, or even just paying their bills on a whole. But it just feels like they're in a place where they're fighting for their life, low key, where it's like they're trying to make certain things happen. And it feels like as hard as they try, these things aren't really playing out. And when it comes to, say, the connection, you know, they would love for things to just work out. But if you're looking for them to put the work in to work things out, I don't think that might be the case. I feel like when it comes to this person, this just might not be a good time in their life right now to fully give the connection what it needs, because it feels a lot like they're more focused on their finances. They're more focused on, like, they're working on something. Like, I don't know why I'm getting Kobe Bryant in mind, where it's like, say this person wants to become the best at this thing. And from wanting to become the best, they got to put a lot of work and time in, and they're locked in when it comes to something. And if they're not locked in, maybe they're like doing things to not feel the fact that they're not where they want to be. So they're pretty numb right now, and, you know, not wanting to feel nothing, not even this connection. And when it comes to, say, intentions, as far as this connection is concerned, so when I go with, say, them, and connections for them is the 9 of Wands energy. With their connections, they kind of like the idea of, like, say if you guys have a kind of friendship or connection where there's no expectations, there's no strict rules, you know, like, we're just friends, there's no title. It's like they want the freedom. Their intentions is not for things to be, you know, that serious, that intense. Their intentions is to come and go, whatever that means. When it comes to, say, your intentions, we have the Queen of Pentacles energy in the reversal position. So Queen of Pentacles energy deals with something stable. With that energy there in the reversal position, okay, so this energy is similar to, not at all, but something that I said for group number 1. I feel like it's coming back to me, where something about this connection could be big on, not convenience, but even when it comes to your energy, where this connection is concerned, you might, because if this is your energy, right, you give me the vibe of someone who might be in love with love. And when we really think about it, like, say if someone here is interested, there's a romantic interest, or even someone that they have history with. I get the vibe of when you guys aren't together, that's when you miss them most, and you build up all this excitement. And then when you get with them, it's like you guys aren't equally yoked. You guys are existing in two different realities, I guess, is the similar thing that I said to group number 1. And I feel like when it comes to this person, like, you're trying to manifest something. And it could be them or it could be somebody else. Like, I think of those situations where it's like when a person might be in a connection and it seems like they're so in love, but it's not that they're in love with the person that they're with. They're in love with the idea of creating a certain world. So it's like they can have this thing that, like, say in the moment that they say, you know, they're so in love, you know, they could have this experience with anybody. Anybody meaning, you know, you look a certain way, you speak a certain way. This could happen with anyone. I hope I'm making sense with what I'm trying to say. Where with your energy, I get that vibe. And with their energy, I don't know if they're going through a hard time or they're just naturally free, naturally always going through financial issues. And you have to either pick up the slack of the connection, or, you know, or taking care of the connection financially if you guys are together like that. When it comes to this energy, it just feels like, say if you guys are friends, you would have to be the one to initiate the connection, or it's like we get together when we get together type of vibe. But if you want something more, you would have to be the one to initiate that. The person in question seems pretty fun, but the issue with the person in question, where it's like it feels like they've experienced a lot of disappointment, where they've attempted to make certain things happen and the things didn't work out, whether it's because of their negligence and not being completely organized with the way they made a thing happen, or if it's just bad luck and that's just how it is for them. It just feels like the person in question, they have a lot of stories as how life doesn't work for them, or why is it that life is as hard as it is, and they feel more self-absorbed in themselves. But with your energy doesn't feel that much different. Is that the difference with y'all energy is they seem self-absorbed in themselves and trying to make things happen, and things seem to never go their way. And it's like your focus is on them or the connection, but it's not any different from them in the sense that you might be absorbed with this idea of this certain kind of outcome that will complete you in some way. So it'll seem that your attention is on them. So you're different and not self-absorbed, but it's very similar. And it's very similar. I hope you got what I was trying to explain. It's very similar in the sense that you might just want to manifest a certain idea, a certain kind of experience. And it's not even that they're special. You could have it with anyone who could play the part, if that makes sense. Like, I think of the type of person that is stuck on this person that is a certain height, and the person fits their criteria as far as heights and looks, and that's pretty much all they need, and they're carrying all the weight for this connection because maybe the person looks the part in some way. With the person on your mind, I feel like there's something trophy-like about them. There's something trophy-like about them, and from that place, you're willing to carry them. And with this connection, I feel like, yeah, like, unless you're gonna carry them, that's the only way you guys are going to have something. I mean, I guess if you're willing to accept that what you see is what you get. And I mean, I feel like that's the way it should be. We should accept that with people, what we see is what we get. And when I say what we see, truly see them and not see them to put them inside of our perfect fairy tale, but see them. When it comes to the spirit guidance moving forward, we have the peacock energy in the reversal position. So the peacock energy in the reversal position, I say stop speaking and just observe the actions of the connection, and you'll see everything you need to see. Because when it comes to, say, the person, it seems as if they're really smooth with the communication, or they know all the right things to say. And if you just stop speaking and pay attention to the actions as far as the connection is concerned, you will see exactly where you guys stand. Like, there would be no confusion if you felt like you were confused before. It was a pleasure doing this reading. If you'd like to book a reading with me or check out my exclusive weekly pick a card readings, only available on Patreon, the links are within the description box below. Before you go anywhere, let me know you're here with me by dropping me a yellow heart in the comment box below. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.